The air crackled with tension. Dust swirled across the battlefield, a desolate stage set between two armies. On one side stood the Israelites, their faces etched with fear. They were facing the Philistine army, a force that seemed invincible, all because of one man, Goliath.
Choose a man to fight me. If he's able to kill me, we will become your servants. But if I overcome him and kill him, you will become our servants.
Goliath was a giant among men, a terrifying spectacle of muscle and might. His armor gleamed ominously in the sunlight, every inch a testament to his deadly power. His booming voice echoed across the valley, each word a taunt, a challenge that chipped away at the Israelites' courage.
Choose a man to fight me. If he's able to kill me, we will become your servants. But if I overcome him and kill him, you will become our servants.
Day after day, Goliath repeated his challenge. Day after day, fear paralyzed the Israelite army. No one dared to answer the giant's call. King Saul, despite his size and strength, trembled before Goliath's might. The shadow of the giant stretched long and dark, threatening to consume the hope of an entire nation. Far from the fear-stricken battlefield, a young shepherd named David tended his father's sheep. Unaware of the drama unfolding, David went about his daily tasks. He was a boy of simple faith, his heart full of love for God. His days were spent under the vast sky, the serenity of nature mirroring the peace within him.
Yes, Father.
One day David's father Jesse called him.
Yes, Father.
David, he said, take this food to your brothers and their captain, and see how they are doing and bring back a report. David obeyed, his heart unquestioning. He could not have known that this simple errand would change his life and the fate of his people. Arriving at the Israelite camp, David was taken aback by the atmosphere of fear and despair. He searched for his brothers and found them among the trembling soldiers. As he listened to Goliath's challenge, a surge of indignation rose within him.
How dare this Philistine defy the living God, the God who has protected me countless times?
David's brothers were furious at his naivety.
What are you doing here? Do you think this is a game?
But David was undeterred. He went to the king and spoke with quiet conviction.
Your Majesty, let no one lose heart on account of this Philistine. Your servant will go and fight him.
Saul, desperate for a glimmer of hope, looked at the shepherd boy.
You're just a youth, and this man has been a warrior from his youth.
But David was not intimidated. He recounted how he had killed lions and bears to protect his sheep, his voice filled with the calm assurance of God's protection.
The Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will rescue me from the hand of this Philistine.
Touched by David's unwavering faith, Saul finally agreed. He offered David his armor, but it was too cumbersome for the shepherd. David knew his strength lay not in weapons of war, but in the power of his faith. He picked up his shepherd's staff, 5 smooth stones from the brook, and his sling, tools that were extensions of his daily life, symbols of his unwavering trust in God. Goliath laughed when he saw David approaching. The giant cursed and scoffed, threatening to feed the young shepherd's flesh to the birds.
Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks? Come here and I will give your flesh to the birds and the wild animals.
But David stood firm, his eyes fixed on the giant, his heart whispering a prayer to his God. With a shout, David ran towards the giant, his sling whirling above his head.
You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty.
A hush fell over the battlefield. The stone shot from David's sling with incredible force, a tiny speck of defiance against the giant's massive frame. It found its mark, sinking into Goliath's forehead. The giant stumbled, his eyes wide with disbelief.
He's falling, Goliath is falling.
Then, with a crash that shook the ground, he fell. The shock of silence was broken by a roar of victory from the Israelite army.
No, how could this happen?
David, the shepherd boy, had vanquished the Philistine giant. He had faced impossible odds and emerged victorious, armed with nothing but his faith and a sling. David's victory over Goliath is a timeless reminder that true strength comes not from physical prowess, but from the power of faith. It teaches us that no obstacle is too great, no giant too intimidating when we place our trust in God. Just like David, we all face giants in our lives: fear, doubt, adversity. But David's story reminds us that even the smallest among us can overcome the greatest challenges when we have the courage to trust in something bigger than ourselves.